I will talk about how can you create awesome CVs that can pass all these automated systems and pass at least the first round in hiring manager. What it takes to breaking into AI roles. I will share a roadmap. We are looking for people who understand ML and AI concepts. I know this may not sound public information, but we are looking for people who at least understand technology and how these things are and how these things work. Do you understand evaluations? Do you understand observations and pricing? Do you understand what are the discovery challenges specific to AI? And that's I'm looking for when you do the projects and all. How can you get AI experience to show up in your CVs? How can you create awesome CVs that pass the ATS and create your stories? Okay. I'm Mahesh. That's my LinkedIn. If you send me a request, I'm still accepting requests. So please send me a request. Just scan this. You can send me a request. I worked at all big companies. This is what I'm lamenting about in this slide. That I worked in Google AI, I worked in Meta, I worked at Microsoft, I worked in AWS, and I have worked in latest greatest stuff. Uh, I will tell you how I got to here. Hopefully, you can copy some of that learnings too. It was not that easy for me either to get into AI, but I was able to break in, and now it's 100 times easier for me to do anything in AI because the journey I have in last 10 years. But I will share my secrets, hopefully. So that's me. Here is a form that allows you to get all the details, all our Slack communications, and other things. If you subscribe to this form, your life will be awesome because you will get all the Substack material and all the free things we do without you looking out for them. So please subscribe to this form also. So that's the other thing. And maybe we have 100 more. I was counting this last time I did this session, and I have given 378 interviews. If somebody thinks that, getting those Meta, Google, and all this was just me lucky, it is lucky. And I enjoyed the process, to be honest. After a point, it became like really, like I said, I stopped saying no to any hiring manager. And a lot of hiring manager reach out to you if you work in AI and if you worked in one big company. Mostly it happened after I started showing up more on LinkedIn after Microsoft, and we released this vision solution that I was building. And then I was on Build conference next to Satya in 2017 and all on the main keynote. And after that, just everybody kind of reach out to you. You can get to interviews. But getting to interviews is not, I'm not ashamed that my conversion rate is only 15%. That means I get rejections 8 to 9 times. And if you are feeling bad that you're getting rejected, it's not that bad. Believe me, I've seen it worse. And this is me after like all these credentials and everything. So that's my conversion rate. One thing I will put star is that the jobs I apply for are little like I'm trying to double my salary. So when I was making like 300, I was going for 600. When I was going for 600, I was going for 1.2 million. And that's like that contributes to this number also. But you can do that in AI. The good news there is that you can double your salary every other year. At least that has been true for me for last 4 or 5 years. And it continues to be true for my friends who are still applying and getting. I was looking for new insights and I stopped getting new insights in these interviews. So I stopped applying recently, but I will go back in the game, I think, just to make sure that I know what the systems looks like so I can help all of you. But that's few facts. What are we going to talk about today? I will talk about how can you create awesome CVs that can pass all these automated systems and pass at least the first round in hiring manager, because that's I think I can prepare you for. After that, there are a lot of ifs and buts, but at least I think I can get you past that. What it takes to breaking into AI roles, I will share a roadmap, and people who have done the cohort, there is a plan that we are building. You will get a copy of that plan, but at least I will share with everybody here to see like what a plan looks like. If you have 21 days, which is from now till 26th of December, you can start this Saturday, Sunday. Hopefully, we will share with all of you, at least the people who have done the cohort, because the material there is what we have taught in cohort and it's like copyrighted and all that. But we'll give you a clear plan, and hopefully, I leave you with some of the stories that you can use. Okay, then. what is needed to succeed as an AI PM. So I was in AI early enough, before this whole, hiring of AI PM became a thing. There was a recession, and this was 2022, and we were looking at only hiring will happen in AI, but we were not getting enough AI specific candidates. So I was in a committee which decided how should we interview, or what skills we should look for in AI PM interviews. And I came up with this framework then, which is three kind of skills we are looking for that you will need to succeed in AIPM. Can somebody make a guess? What's the first skill? No.
Technical
Ecosystem
competence.
management.
Tools.
Great. Great. I am looking for people who understand the ecosystem, because if you don't understand the ecosystem, you can't do anything in AI, because if you just don't understand who's who, then you can't start fast enough, you can't finish fast enough. And that's what I'm looking for. You need to know who the AGI builders are, who is building on super intelligence, which are the people there who are building tool, which are the companies. If you're working for a specific vertical, like let's say healthcare, let's say legal, then who are the companies which are building vertical AI agents in that domain? I want you to know all of that. So I will frame questions in my interview to make sure I can check for this. So this is my guidance to my hiring managers, and I will make sure that when you come to us, there you understand AI ecosystem. What's the next one, folks? By the way, don't new people don't get intimidated by people who are answering, because they are part of the cohort. And I have shared this many times in this community. If you're first time, then don't worry too much. Life is good.
About
You will know it
yeah.
after this.
How about curiosity, Mahesh?
Curiosity, uh, empathy, all these remain same. Like all these are needed. On top of this, this is needed too.
Oh, okay.
That's table stakes. Yeah. So I'm not talking about what you know, AI PM, what you need to become a product manager. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about specific to AI. And second thing is there is we are looking for people who understand ML and AI concepts. I know this may not sound public information, but we are looking for people who at least understand technology and how these things are and how these things work. Not at the level of a researcher, but not at the level of you can write code, but can you explain what it is? Can you explain how it works? And can you explain its limitations and advantages? Maybe one over the other. And if you don't know that, I will tell you why I don't want to hire you, because there are really bad repercussions we have paid in past of hiring AI PMs who know ecosystem but doesn't know anything technical, and they are very hard for us to bring into the teams, and they slow down the teams. They don't get the respect of the engineering counterparts, and they also project timelines which are completely insane either, or are too far or too narrow. So that's why we need this. Okay. And then we are looking for specific AI. People are talking about this a lot. They're talking about AI product sense. This is the idea of how can you create AI specific roadmaps? How can you build with iterations? Do you understand evaluations? Do you understand observations and pricing? Do you understand what are the discovery challenges specific to AI? And that's I'm looking for when you do the projects and all. Okay. If you have these two skills and not these, not this one, I will refer you to become a solution architect. If you have these two, I will want you to run our evangelist and make sure that a lot of people can come to us. If you know these two, but you're not technical, then I will give you maybe a go-to-market role or evangelist role or all those, but I won't hire you as a PM. And if you have these two, I will give you technical program manager role. But if you don't understand ecosystem, how to position us to win, then I won't give you a product manager role. So now you can see that even if you understand two of this, you can apply, but you can't become a good, successful AI PM. And I've seen like there are exceptions left and right, but that's everything complete is here. So I hope you understood this for the first time. I've shown it many times. You can thank Lohit for creating such a good graphic that made me land this idea better. Okay, now you will go for interviews, and what will happen? Nobody will say, The recruiter won't going to tell you that, hey, we are going to judge for ML concepts. Here is a question bank you can prepare for. None of that will going to happen. They're going to say, hey, your interview will look a little different than what we had being used for Google. It will be a little bit behavioral, but we'll check for your sense, execution, and everything also. But expect surprises. And make sure your AI, what you have written on your resume, you can defend it and be ready for surprises. We are looking for people with AI skills. Okay, then. How can you get AI experience to show up in your CVs? Okay, then we turn this. Okay, this is what we need. We need all these things. And I think ecosystem is a little easier because you can read a lot and you can do courses and you can get that. Maybe ML concepts is also easy because again, there are a lot of courses you can take and you can build that. The hardest part is building AI PM skills or doing projects in AI. So how can you do that? Let me give you some tips. That's my second section. And if I can land it in 10 minutes, then we are done. Step one, you need to get into AI projects, building AI projects. That's what I want all of you to do. Now, how can you do them? You can be in two buckets. One, let me just stop this and give you three steps. I'll give you one step, and then the rest of the steps are easy. So we'll go back to the deck. Okay, I am here and I can be in two buckets. Either I have a job, I don't have a job. And my goal is to build these projects because without that, now I learned that the chances of me getting into AI are little slimmer than the people who have done the projects also. These two, I can train you, I can do with you, I can help you. This you have to do yourself. So what is the path to get to this? If you have a job, then in your job, everybody's looking for AI and you can raise hand, and start working on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's what I did. In 2016, I wanted to get into AI. I started just sitting next to Microsoft Research and said, I will do anything. I'm an engineer. I can write code. I can do testing. And they said, we don't need anything. I just start labeling for them. All I was doing is taking shirts color and just saying red color, yellow color, red color, yellow color. I did that for a 1 month. Now I know who's and who. Then I go and build this model. Then I created a hardware device called Vision AI Dev Kit. Then I created Factory AI. And then I went to Facebook and created PyTorch distributed platforms. But it started with what? I'm just doing labeling. And if you have teams and they need a lot of handholding, you can test for them, you can label for them, you can get them data. Just go and do that work for them. Okay. And that's the first path. Or in your product, introduce an AI feature and make it part of your main OKR, objective key responsibilities, and land that in 3-6 months. Good. So that's the second way you can go and do it. And I highly recommend getting this done. And I know there are 100 challenges, your managers doesn't like it, you are already, they are judging you, all that, all those problems. This is essential. And that's the best thing your company can give you. When I was at Microsoft or I was at Facebook, my comp was big, but my biggest comp was that I have access to the cloud infrastructure. So I can train, I can try all these things for free. And I use that the most. And that's the only thing I miss a lot, that I don't get free cloud. But I made a concession because I have a company now and they give me free credits, but not to the extent that I had then. So now I have like 300K of credits that I can burn in a year. But I used to get like 500,000 or something when I was there. So that's, you have all of that. And if you get out, you will not have that. So know you're sitting on the real deal and use that to clear your daily chit chats or daily problems with your managers and all. Get past that somehow and try to get here. Okay, I don't have a job. Then I have 3 steps that you can do. First step is you should reach out in your domain where you have expertise, reach out to startups and say, I'm ready to work for you for free. They will take you because they need hand, they have a lot of work, and you offer your expertise, you offer your customers and tell them that I will help you bring customers. The moment you say startup, And customers, it's like a love affair. They will fall in love with you for getting you customers, but then they will teach you how to use their tools, what they're doing in AI, and you already have the domain expertise. So work for them. After 3 months, negotiate minimum wage. You don't want to work for these guys a lot because they will continue to use you for free because they have no incentive to pay you. But then you say, are you adding value? Because in 3 months, you will build some kind of a project, you will have some value. And if you have value, negotiate minimum wage, spend another 3 months, and then expect a full-time job. If you don't get it, move on. Every 6 months, you're creating an awesome project, awesome impact, one line in your CV. The next job should not be free. It should start at minimum wage. Why? Because at this point you have, so the timeline now is 6 months. Yes. I mean, there's no way if you don't have a job, you don't know AI, you've never worked in AI, and you think you can take my course and get to AI just like that. I want to say yes and get paid in my course, but the truth is you will not be there. You are awesome and you can see this. You can get it through the hackathons way, you can get through the projects way, you can go outside, build it for somebody. And if you're on H1B, I heard this excuse a lot. I'm on H1B, I can't work for anybody, I need this and that. You can work for nonprofits. Okay, your company doesn't allow you, you can work for any nonprofit. They won't pay you. You can volunteer it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you can build AI for them left and right. And every nonprofit gets free 15,000 credits from 15,000 in credits from cloud providers. That's more than enough for you to build and ship AI agents for that company. So there is just a lot of way to unblock yourself. Okay, then you have done that. If you are in our course, we are creating this 21-day plan. Hopefully, all of you will get it. This is day by day plan on what you need to do. This, hopefully, you have done it in the course. If not done in the course, then we are giving you this step by step on what skills you need to build, which is covering all these things. We are giving you frameworks, we're giving you evaluations, and this is building all those three muscles that we talked about. And you will get it hopefully by end of this week or before we start the AIPM training for interview prep. Okay, you're doing AI projects, you've learned how to execute AIPM job also. So you got these and you can learn all those skills with this 21-day plan. We have templates, we have everything you need to be successful once you get these jobs. And that's concentrated as a 21-day plan, and you can do search based on what you are facing a problem with. And we have a template and we have guidelines for you. Then you have to continue to update yourself. For that, we are giving you this Substack. This is free for all. Please subscribe to it. And we are posting here every week. What are the technologies, things, what are you need on ecosystem to succeed and all. So you will get that also. Great. Okay, now you have this. Then how can you create awesome CVs that pass the ATS and create your stories? Okay, here is my CV. I have put it in the link. You will get the slide link. You can use my CV as a reference. And there's few things that I will bring. I can't bring all the great things in my CV. I will do it some other day, or if you join the course, we have a whole module, 2 hours just on how to create a CV. But let me give you quick tips anyways. Step one, make sure you have a section like this in your CV where you have put all the tools, the technologies, and the things you have done on the tech muscle side. Just list all the things you have done. And if you have done the course, you should have at least 10 to 12 things to write here. So just create that in your CV. If you don't have it, this will pass a lot of ATS problems. Then you need to create bullets like this. And I'm looking for 3 things in each bullet of yours. Like you create these stories, and this is the ingredient. First, I talk about an AIPM skill. I said I created a product vision. Then people ask me, okay, what was your vision, Mahesh? Then I said I created when I went there, it was 2024. Models were not great, but we wanted to provide customer service, and I created first platform to build agents for customer service for all Google. Okay, what was your vision? My vision was to provide exceptional service 365 days in all languages at a cost that Google can afford, and a service level that beats human service level that we are getting through vendors today. I have said a lot of things in this one statement. I have said that only AI can produce 365 days in all languages support because I know that, right? And then they can probe me further. But now you see that I know this. That's why I can set a vision like this. And then I said that, hey, we're taking on things that already vendors are doing, and vendor doesn't care about Google mission. It's some person working for some vendor in Philippines who just showed up because they got paid. We can do much better job for tier one, tier two support if we build AI agents which are in-house and we evaluate it as humans and put our best of DeepMind into work. And then take it as a template to show the world that we can do great things with models that are in-house and bring the differentiated advantage that DeepMind is looking for. So now I have a strategy which brings whole of Google behind me. So that's what I'm trying to bring here through my AIPM skills. You'll see that I also put a link here for reasoning and I bracket it with LCOT. Now they can ask me about it. This is long chain of thought context. And if they ask, I can take on this ML concept and explain them because I have read about it. And now it's in my CV as a hook to get me that. Or if anybody reads it, they will get the idea that I'm pretty technical. And then I'm bringing the domain expertise that I'm an expert in cloud support. And I can talk more about it. I just left it there, but you can talk more about it. Every bullet has these three things, believe me, your CVs will be in front of hiring managers and you will be in front of hiring managers. You can lose it, but make sure you have these three. And obviously this has the star format. It has the what impact you created, what the results, what the problems. Make sure you have that, but make sure these three are there in each bullet of yours, especially on the very first experience you are showing up. Okay, you created these CVs. You're saying this seems like a lot of work. Then inside this cohort, people have created this app called nextroll.ai. What it does is this app allows you to get all of this done much faster than what you can do manually. We have an AI agent here, and here you can upload your CV and description, and we can tailor your CV according to these principles before you apply. We can optimize your resume to ATS, and we can customize based on your experience. You just type your projects. You can just say, hey, I got this skill called, I learned a new skill called reasoning models. And then you can add your projects and the details. And then we can write that in your resume. We can update these with all these things. So just share your resume or the projects you are doing, and we can keep updating your resume so that it remains user friendly. By the way, they also go and apply jobs for you. So they can do all this as an agent, a fully automated way. And I was able to talk to them because the people who build it are from our cohort. This is Charu's product. And they are giving this whole thing for free if you join our cohort. So this service allows them to, you can apply 200 jobs automatically. They will scan it, they will find the jobs, they will do your CV, and they will apply for you. So you just need to focus on building the skills, but they will take care of all the hard work of getting you calls. So fully automated service. So that's also something I would highly recommend all of the people. We are starting an interview bootcamp. Hopefully next week. We are looking at timings. We might need to move it because I have got a travel plan coming. I'm trying to see if I can still accommodate it. But join it. I think this will be a great way for you to get started. If you join it, we will also give you, if you join our January cohort, we'll give the interview prep for free because I think they will go well together. But you can just join the interview prep also if you think you know everything and you just want to get tips on interview, then join this one. If you want to get everything, like want to learn, do projects, and then go to interview prep, then join this one because this is a bundle and we will give you free the interview prep. With that said, here are some resources. Here is a link to my CV. Here are the key terms that you can put in your CV. Here is next role. Here you can join our Substack to stay up to date. Here is our Slack channel, and you can watch a lot of things on our YouTube. Thanks. I started this community to make sure that all the success I got by chance or by working hard, I can share that with this community and grow it. I've tried doing that every week. I was talking to an instructor on Maven, and they were surprised that I show up every week. They were worried that I am not monetizing my brand because most of them has this time created a lot of courses, even as video courses, and they are just playing that in their courses, and they think they should be protected as their time. I am doing very different things because I think money is not that big a problem by God grace. I have made my money, doubling my salary from 16 to now. I have enough. And I just want to make sure that you don't make the mistakes I made and you go prepared. And if I know something, you should know it in this community. Of course, it's hard for me to do it at scale for everybody. That's why the cohort, that's why we charge one-time fees. But after that, you're part of this internal circle. And most of the people will attest here that we're very generous with our time and everything. So I will highly recommend you to take your journey seriously, whether through this Friday sessions or coming to our cohort or joining any other cohort. It's hard to break into new. AI has changed a lot. In 2016, we were just doing one or two things, but now there are like 100 things and there are 2000 resources to learn from. And all that may not cover even 50% what you need to learn, as you saw today. So my high recommendation to you is choose one source, choose one thing, and spend next 6 months getting into it. You are not late. We are just getting started. On that, I will just land last story and then I will let you ask me questions. I started late on cloud. I was not the first mover on cloud. And I learned it because I saw cloud going to be a big thing in Microsoft. So I left my Surface team and went to cloud team. And by this time, cloud was there for 5 years. So I joined cloud in 2016. Microsoft made a big push in cloud in 2013 when Satya came. And by 3 years, a lot has changed. And everybody was settled and everything. But I still was able to find cloud and I was waiting for my next big thing. And my next big thing happened in terms of AI. But I waited. I learned cloud and data, and then I waited for AI to become a thing. And you can join this AI now and wait for your next big thing, which could be agents, which could be multi-agents, which could be AGI. There's a lot of things, and there is robotics, and there is more and more coming, and the possibilities are. So join now and then wait for your next big thing. And you are just coming in the very first place. Like this is just getting started. So you all have not missed. So that's my quick. I hope I tried my best to put all these insights in like 45 minutes. I know I'm 7 minutes over, but hopefully this was helpful to all of you. And hopefully you can use these slides to get started. Or I will see you next week in our 4 weeks Build Plus AI PM interview getting ready sessions, where we'll talk more about how to build stories, how to crack. We'll take case studies, we'll build those together, and we will build with Cloud Code, which I can't not cover in the course. I think it's an interesting tool, which at least I will make you comfortable with so that you can use it day to day to have even more stories about AI in your portfolio.